You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little. Get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, come on in, come on in. I'm only gonna be here for a little bit. I'm supposed to go live with my girl Sislo later on her channel. I just don't know what time she's going live yet, but she said she might be going live within like maybe an hour or so or something like that. So I want to get my little live out the way. I know other people are live, so that's why I titled my video, I'm just getting in where I fit in. But the thumbnail, the telephone, is because we're going to be discussing some things that they were discussing on the call-ins yesterday. So with that being said, make sure you guys like and share the video. Please and thank you very much. Feel free to hit the Cash App to support the goals or the Super Chat to support the goals. And why did nobody tell me that we had an applause button in StreamYard? Did nobody tell me? I'm up here setting up my stream. I'm like, they got water fountain sound, explosion, gunshots, police siren, train whistles, somebody punching, a gong sound, drum rolls, bouncy music. I mean, they got all kind of shit in this damn StreamYard, and I had no idea. Okay. Child. I definitely will. Yes, I'll post her link. Matter of fact, let me go find it. Matter of fact, I had just hit her up. I promise you, I just hit her up because we texted, and I said, "Did you already set up the StreamYard? You know, so I can know because if I know you going live, I can share it on my wall." But I'll definitely share that with you guys. But yeah, so what's up, you guys? Yesterday was a very busy day. I mean, the whole weekend, even though it was Valentine's Day weekend, a lot of people are still getting in their content and shit. A lot of people, I guess, they either like, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day, or I ain't got no Valentine's, or I don't know, but it was real busy on here over the weekend, right? So some of the things that we're going to discuss was some of the stuff that the callers saw too, of course. And the callers, all I have to say about the callers when they be calling in to KRN show, child, they be having no chill. Some of them motherfuckers be funny as fuck. And some of them, they be saying like what they really see and how they feel about different content creators, different content creators in the B sector and some of the ones that's not in the B sector. And one thing I didn't see that I heard from the call-ins was I didn't see where they said, what's his name? Nesto? And what's the other guy? Kevin? Kevin? I don't know them really, but I didn't happen to catch Lady Nika's live when they said they cussed her out on her panel or some shit like that. I was like, say what? And then I guess Lady Nika put it on private, or she said she had to take her video down. Now, I don't know why she took the video down. And when I went over to, because they said Resto was dragging Nika on his live. So I went over there to see, because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck happened, what made them drag her. If anybody knows in the chat why, please let me know in the chat. I was like, what made them drag Lady Nika? Because I missed that. And then she put it on private. And then he went over there to his own channel and started dragging her again. Oh, you said your son's birthday was on Valentine's. Well, happy belated birthday to your son. Y'all know my youngest child who turned 25. His was on the 10th. So we celebrated his birthday on Valentine's as well because he had just got back into town for going out of town with his girlfriend for his birthday. So we had to wait until Valentine's when he came back. And I swear, as soon as they got off the interstate, they was at my door and family was already over here. Family was over here for like hours waiting on him. So as soon as he came through the door, we was like, blow this cake out. Let's get the cake in and let's get this party started because it had got late. And so people are sitting around like, dang, is he almost here? Is he almost here? So when he pulled up in the driveway, I said, yes, he's here. We started putting the candles in the cake. But yeah, we didn't waste no time. Came through that door. He couldn't even barely take his coat, his jacket off. All right, let's get the party. Let's get the drinks and get the cake and ice cream. Turn up the music. But yeah, so some of y'all probably saw the little clip of us singing happy birthday to him. And again, the cake that I decorated for him. Yes. What's up, Miss Ray? How you doing, love? But I'm gonna drop this link just in case y'all got some tea on that shit because I was like, I don't know, because then when I went over to Lady Nika, she got a video called Just Getting hold up. Where is it? It was called You Were Tolerated, Never Appreciated. On that video, I was listening to Lady Nika, and she was saying how she had to put her shit on private, and they cussed her out all because she was doing a conspiracy live, y'all. She said she was doing a conspiracy live, and I don't know, I guess it was a conspiracy live show that went left. And what she was discussing was the conspiracy theory that this girl named Erica Kurt is actually JonBenet Ramsey, you know, the widow of Charlie Kirk. They saying that she is JonBenet Ramsey, the child pageant star, you know, that was tragically unalive way back in 1996, way back before my kids was even born. And I was like, okay, now how she discussing a conspiracy theory about this girl, and a girl, you know, she says that's not me, I'm not her, whatever. But what? How did that turn into them cussing Lady Nika out? I don't know. But then I went over to Resto Chesto, and he was just going off and calling Lady Nika all kind of names and cussing her out. And I'm like, and I say, like 70 Sam. I say. It always happens when y'all be inviting them motherfuckers over here and allowing them on your panel for clicks and views and change and all that. And I don't think she deserved that shit. I really don't think she deserved it, even though I didn't see it. But my point is, like, it just keeps happening over and over and over and over again. Over and over and over. And I cut that shit short when them motherfuckers started migrating over here the first time. When they started migrating over here, y'all saw it. Some of y'all did who was following me. Y'all saw it. It was in the chat. Hey, I don't know you, but hey, they trying to click the link. Hey, especially that damn Steven. He was always trying to click my damn link. I'm like, why the fuck you always trying to click my damn link? I don't know you. And then he would come and sit on the motherfucking panel and just not say shit. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what y'all here for. I understand that, you know, the B sector be over here making a lot of money and all that kind of shit. And y'all, you know, you're trying to grow your channels, and that we did. We helped a lot of them. Well, y'all helped a lot of them grow their motherfucking channels, right? Y'all helped a lot of them. A lot of them get more views than y'all. More views than me. Shit. They get more views than a lot of motherfuckers over here because we put them on. Shoot. And now they over here running the B sector down, just dragging all kind of motherfuckers. Like, and then I heard Lady Nika say, y'all over here, what she say? How somebody from not over here or not from here cuss out one of y'all OGs or disrespect one of y'all OGs in the B sector, and y'all over there in their chat. I was like, child, where my King Roma towel? Where my King Roma towel to throw in my face? I'm like, ain't that the shit that always goes on? I'm sorry, that shit always goes on. Like we, I keep saying we, but I'm saying it as a sector, even though I know everybody didn't, but I'm just saying it. We, the sector, invited these motherfuckers in here. We were warned not to let these motherfuckers in here. We keep allowing them on our motherfucking panels only for them to give us our ass to kiss and cuss our ass out and dox and flag and drag and all that kind of shit. But we keeps letting them on our panels. Uh, so I'm in confusion. Don't let the motherfuckers on your motherfucking panel. Block them out your chat. I mean, we see the ones that be doing the fuck shit, right? So why keep fucking around with them? I don't understand it. I don't all the motherfucking clicks and views and all the money they was making it rain in the B sector when they started coming over here. I mean, people are so excited. Oh my god, I got 300. Oh my god, I got 500. Oh my god, he gave me 600. Oh my god, he gave me 50. Oh my god. I'm like, they was making it rain over in this motherfucker, right? They was making it rain. Then they start making it hell on y'all asses. The rain start turning into hell. Just knock you upside the head. I'm like, child. I saw the shit on point. I didn't know none of them motherfuckers, but when somebody warn you, and when you see motherfuckers, always say it, Maya Angelou. When people show you who they are, believe them. Believe them motherfuckers when they show you who they are. Some of y'all, I don't know how y'all was raised. I'm from the streets. I'm from the hood. I can see a motherfucker a mile away. Some of y'all just, I don't know. That's why I think a lot of it is just for the money and the clicks and the views. Because the way some of y'all be getting played on this motherfucker and taken as a fucking joke and made to look like a fool, like it's crazy. And y'all keep allowing it. Then motherfuckers say they sorry. And then they do it all over again. He says only 2 months into the new year, the streets have been off. Charles. I know, right? You said it's too early to be laughing this hard. I mean, it don't make sense, Miss Ray. It don't make sense. It really don't. It really don't. Even when you think you may know someone, think again. Even when you think you know someone, think again. Child, we was talking about that last night on my channel, Riggs and I, about relationships and even thinking you know someone that you done got cool with and like and stuff like that. And a motherfucker will flip the switch on you in a motherfucking heartbeat. They wouldn't even bat an eye and would flip the switch on y'all. Like, I don't know. That's why I think it's all about the money and shit. Because otherwise, if y'all really knew better and wanted to protect your channels and shit, I don't know. I think you would move differently. But hey, what they say, you can't never tell nobody how to run their channel. Can't tell nobody how to run their channel. Now, speaking of channels and speaking of the other people from other sectors, something else that came up during the call-ins, and I was like, wait a minute, hold up, swole up. So I heard through the call-ins, auntie, we say auntie from our parts, from our neck of the hood, we say auntie. But auntie Shat hit she always hit KRN's live and she be coming through dragging and gagging. She is so funny to me. But she had called in and some other people, she had called in and she was talking about the what does she call them? The I don't know. What she call them? People call them the trisector. They call them the fuck sector. So I don't know. But anyway, excuse me. Auntie, she had called in and somebody I can't remember who it was, but somebody had got upset because it was like, she be on there forever. I remember when KRN first started, and maybe he's more soft on certain people, because I remember I could have sworn when he first started the call-ins, wasn't it supposed to be like 2 or 3, maybe 3 minutes max? because it'd be a lot of people holding and waiting to get on. But I don't know. He just be letting people go on, and maybe it don't be nobody else waiting, right? So maybe if it's nobody else waiting, maybe that's why he do that. Something like a funeral, something like a funeral. Okay, everybody get 2-3 minutes to say something about their dead loved one. Then y'all got to get the fuck on because we got a line of motherfuckers behind y'all. Okay, but yeah, she be going on and on. But even though she be going on and on, she be cracking me the fuck up. So I guess she had said something about that man Resto. Is it Resto or is it Kevin? The one they said was sad because Pizza broke up for him, got a divorce. See, I don't be following everything. It'd be too many people going live. I don't know. I guess Pizza got mad at him because he went off on Nika and divorced him or something like that. And Auntie said that man over there was sounding like they was really together, like they was really in a real relationship. I was like, I don't know. I missed all that. I mean, I know I got some catching up to do. But why was I yesterday's year old when I found out who Leatherface is? Not my words. Not my words. Do y'all know how long I've been wondering who the fuck Leatherface is? Do y'all know how many times I done heard Auntie say Leatherface, and I be over here racking my motherfucking brain trying to figure out who the fuck they talking about? So finally, yesterday, when I was watching the call-ins yesterday, KRN had highlighted a comment. And the comment said, "Oh, Leatherface is Nika." That's what the comments said. They said, "Oh, with a whole bunch of H's." So I'm saying it how I was reading it. And they said, "Oh, Leatherface." That's when it hit me. I was like, "What? Y'all over there calling Lady Nika like, oh, y'all dirty." I was like, "Oh, y'all is wrong for that." Hold on, let me get a sip of water. I said, "Oh, y'all wrong for that." All this time, I've been wondering who the fuck is Leatherface, and I don't remember ever hearing her be called that before. But I was yesterday's year old when I found out. Okay, and then I was also yesterday year old when I found out who Velma is. Now, why the fuck do they call that lady over there Velma? Why do Auntie call them Velma? What is the Velma all about? And I think was it YTC she was talking about? I'm like, what? Do they call YTC Velma? Why they call her Velma? I don't know. Y'all ain't got no answers this morning. Don't have me hit the call in line and jump up there and be like, why y'all call her Velma? I just want to know. Somebody please put a little bug in my ear and let me know what the fuck that is all about. I know a lot of people feel some type of way about her, how she does her commentary, how she don't do her commentary, the way she talk. Some people call her a mumbo rapper, a mumbo commentator, whatever. But I'm like, what's up with the Velma? That's what I really want to know. I really want to know what that's all about. Now, something else that came from the call-in line. And what up, Blended Healing? How you doing? Grand Rising. Shout out to the chat. Make sure y'all like and share the video, Jackie. Make sure y'all like and share the video. Feel free to support the goals. Child, something else I heard from the call-ins. Okay. Auntie said, why ain't nobody talking about Lovely Love and how her son was beating her ass at some park or at her son's house on his property or something? She said somebody said she was getting her ass beat at a park. Somebody said she was getting her ass beat at her son's property. But basically, the son was just jumping her ass somewhere. Some lawn, somewhere, on some grass, somewhere, on some property, somewhere. They said it was the son that Lovely Love be bragging about. And Auntie even said that there's a mugshot of Lovely Love's son on RW. What's that channel? You said from Scooby. What? Hold up. What? Okay. What Scooby Doo? What happened with Scooby Doo? Okay, you got me confused, right? Hold up. Okay, so the channel that she was trying to say, because she said NWR or NW something. So I think the channel that Auntie was referring to was N for Nancy, W for Walter, O for Oscar. NWA Exposed Team. Where they basically be over there reposting people videos, posting clips, posting stuff on their community wall, things that's going down in the B sector. And so I think that's where she was talking about when she said NW something. So I went over to NWO Exposed Team and I looked all up and down the community wall and I didn't see no mugshots. So is that true that Lovely Love Sons was beating on her? Is that true, y'all? Have y'all heard about that? If so, have y'all seen the mugshot? Oh, you said from Scooby Doo. Okay, okay, I got you. I got you. I haven't seen that. And then they said Lovely Love was over there talking about it. So I went over there and perused through some of her videos, and I didn't see that either. I didn't hear nothing. And of course, I wasn't about to watch every video, but I watched like the last few, just skip through them, just red ball through them, and I didn't see or he. I don't know. Maybe she deleted the video. Maybe NWO did post the mugshot. Maybe they deleted it. I don't know. Do y'all got some tea on that? Mm-hmm. What's up, Penny? How you doing, love? How you doing, boo? Okay, don't work too hard now. I gotta work a little bit later. I'm supposed to work 4 hours today. And I hit my supervisor up. I said, does it matter which 4 hours I work? Can I just work any 4 hours today? And she was like, I don't see why not. Because when they asked us Friday to put in some time today, even though it's a holiday and we close, I was like, yeah, I will. And I put in hours later on today, like into the evening. And I figured so because, I had a busy weekend, my son's party over here for his birthday. And then yesterday, Reese and I were live. So we were up late. So I figured, I sleep in Monday. Why I forgot we were off though? Why I forgot it was President's Day? I totally forgot it was President's Day. So I hit my supervisor up this morning. I was like, good morning. She at home chilling. And I was like, do I have to wait later today when I said I would work to work, or can I just work whenever? And she was like, well, I guess it won't be a problem. Just email me and I'll make sure it's cleared. Because I thought it was a regular work day. And normally when it's a regular work day, if we say we're going to work, we got to work the time frame that we say we're going to work. But since it's the holiday and I forgot, I'm like, shit, if I would have knew it was the holiday, I wouldn't have signed up to work late. And she said, yeah, and then she didn't want to cuss because she know my supervisor, but even though we not at work, we talking on the phone, she at home, I'm at home. She was like, that really, and she was like, what should I say? Just sucks. And I'm like, hey, that ain't what I'm thinking, but yeah, you can say that, but that ain't what I'm thinking. No, that's fucked up. Miss Jackie. You know what? That's where they got it from. I would have never guessed that, Miss. Thank you. One of my answers, one of my questions got answered today. I done asked y'all like 3 questions so far, and that one got answered. Thank you so much. The second one was, well, actually, the third one. Did Lovely Love Son really beat her ass? And I'm with you. I wish. Ooh, 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 mm, 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 mm. I don't even want to think about the consequences and repercussions that they would be facing. I don't even wanna. And I told y'all before, I know some people who have children like that, who they basically allowed to do whatever the fuck they wanted, say whatever the fuck they wanted. They treated them more of like a friend instead of a child when they were raising them. And once they got older, they was going upside their motherfucking head. And I wish a monkey ass kid would. I wish. I wish, I wish, I wish. Y'all know that song? I wish a nigga would. Y'all saw my shirt I had on last night? I showed y'all my shirt. It said, I wish a Karen would. Remember that shit that went down back in the day when people was posting all these Karen videos, just walking up to black women and black men and starting shit with them and trying to call the law and all kind of shit. And then people was reporting them, finding out who they work for, all that kind of shit. So, you know, it became a viral trend. Hashtag I wish a Karen would. Child, I wish a kid would. I wish a kid would. Ain't nothing. Ain't Nathan. How we say, ain't Nathan. What up? How you doing, White Tanya? Hey, love. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Make sure you guys are liking and sharing the video on the way in. I don't know how many likes I got because I don't be paying attention. I would have to go to the YouTube video to see. But make sure y'all got the likes up, please, and thank you. But another thing I wanted to talk about from the call-ins. Let me go to my little notes. Okay. So what I heard was, excuse me, somebody had mentioned, I think that was my homegirl, my YouTube homegirl, T. It could have been somebody else, but it sounded like T, who mentioned ZX. They mentioned ZX was over there on Clyde Diva's panel saying how he was going to flag and dox the B sector, the CCs in the B sector. I was like, what brought that on? I mean, ZX was just over here on my panel, like what, 3-4 days ago? And now I hear that he's talking about he's going to flag the CCs in the B sector. So I had to go over to Clyde Divas and I went perusing over there and I found the video. And sure enough, starting around the 54:37 mark, he hits the panel and he's talking. I was like, wait a minute. Why is ZX over there talking about he was telling Clyde Diva, you know, he's tired of being nice. He's tired of trying to be nice and tired of trying to be civilized to the people over here. But since people want to be fucked up and disrespectful, he about to get busy again. He said, I'm talking about dox and flag and cuss and fuss and fuck them. And he said because they had no respect for anything else but the dox and flag and cussing and fussing. And Clyde Diva was like, well, I guess we'll see how that pans out. She was like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'll be covering it. And he told her, yeah, you should cover it. And he went on to say something about make sure you cover it and keep it in-house. And he said, because that's what they didn't do. I guess, you know, their sector, that's what they didn't do was keep it in-house because a lot of them came over here, but he's over here too. So Clyde says, well, don't you think that's a little too late? $1 short, you know, a day late, $1 short. She said it's too late to keep it all in house when the door's been wide open in the black sector because they were enticed by the numbers that were brought forth by us over in the B sector. But, you know, he said he gonna give them something. He gonna give them what they used to. He said he gonna get a B sector what they used to. So Clyde was like, okay, all right, you know, I'm over here. I'm trying to. Clyde's like, I'm trying to live a soft life. I'm over here on some peaceful shit. I ain't got time for no drama. She said, I ain't got no drama. She said, I'll drag you and I'll drag Vic, whenever the fuck I feel like it. But Clyde said she ain't over on no drama, but I hope that drama works for you, boo. I'm like, but then Clyde went on to say, because he had to jump off because he had a phone call. And Clyde went on to say, you talking about all the people who, didn't keep it over there and came over here. And she said, ZX is the main reason. One of the main reasons why a lot of the subscribers from over there came over here. Because of all the shenanigans and fuck shit that he was doing to be a part of the B sector. And Clyde said that's just the reality of it all. So I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know why he wants to flag the CCs and why he wants to take the channels and docs and all that kind of shit. I don't know why ZX is threatening to do that. But sure enough, when I heard that on the call-in show, I was like, you kidding me? I'm like, I just had this nigga on my panel the other day. Now do I gotta lock the door on this nigga? Like, sorry, can't hit the panel. I don't know. You say stuff like that, and people automatically gonna assume, that their channel could be in jeopardy as well. And hey, Diamond Cluster, how you doing, love? Good afternoon. It's still morning here, but good afternoon, good morning, you guys, depending on where you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon. And hey, Justin, Drea, how you doing, boo? I enjoy, you know what, Drea? Can I call you Drea? Andrea, I enjoyed your live the other day. I really did. I miss you going live. You weren't like one of the people who went live a whole bunch like a lot of people over here, but it felt so good to be in your live. I mean, you just have like this aura, this presence that I love. He was over there talking about kids and grandkids, and we got into talking about, babysitting, all that kind of shit. But handling your business as a mom, grandma, I know that life. I absolutely know that life. Shit, I had my baby over here. After the party, after the kids was done partying for my son's birthday over here, they all left me with my grandbaby, and I took him home finally around like noon the next day, but he did not want to go home. He never wants to go home. And so I was talking to my youngest son, yesterday. My oldest son is the one who has my grandbaby, but I was talking to my youngest son because he left something over here and he asked me to look for it. And I was telling him how the baby don't be want to go home. And he said, Mom, that's because you got everything over there for him. He got his own room, his TVs, he got toys, he got clothes, he got dressers, he got a bed, he said his room is set up like a kid would want their room. And he said he loves being over there and he loves you. And I was like, I know the whole reason why I set his room up the way I did was to make him feel comfortable. Sometimes when I was growing up, and I heard other people say this before about their grandparents too. Even though sometimes you love your grandparents, sometimes visiting my grandparents when I was younger, I didn't feel at home all the time when I had to stay. I mean, we didn't have like no kiddie room. We go outside, go downstairs, go in the basement, go on the porch. We didn't have like our own space when I was growing up with my grandma. And granted, my grandma had to have custody of some of my cousins because I ain't gonna get into the whole situation, but she had custody, so she had a lot of kids in the house, and maybe that's why I never felt like I had a place in my grandma's house. And so that's why when I knew he was moving, well, I always knew he would move. Your kids eventually gonna go, but I always told him, because I only got 3 bedrooms, and one of them is my room, obviously. The master bedroom, and then there's the next biggest room to mine, which is damn near big as mine, was Cam's. And so and then the smaller room, which is still a nice size bedroom, I turned into my office. So when Cam was getting older, I said, when you move out, I'm gonna turn your room into my grandson's bedroom. He was like, that's cool. And I even showed y'all the video when Cam was moving out. He was cleaning the room wall to wall, scrubbing walls, scrubbing the window sills, the windows, sweeping, mopping. Cam made that room spick and span because he knew that was gonna be his nephew's room. And so I said I set the room up the way I did because I wanted him to always feel comfortable over here. If he ever wanted to come over, once he gets older, He know he always welcome over here to, this is his house. And so I said I didn't set it up like that so that he wouldn't want to go home. I set it up for he would want to be over here and feel like he's here. And so like he belongs here. So I kind of like in a way it's kind of messed up because I promise you y'all, when my son or when my grandson's mother, when they be driving around the town, he be like, go this way. I want to go to Yaya's house. Go this way. No, turn this way. Like, oh my God, he always wants to be over here. And whenever he comes over, even if they just stopping by, he takes off everything, his shoes, his clothes. He automatically goes to his drawer where he put on his play clothes, his lounge around clothes. And they be like, but Ace, you're not staying. And he'll just flip out. I'm like, well, he here now. Go to your room. And he go to his room, turn on his TV, hop on his bed, and lay on his pillows like he at home. So in a way, it's great for me, but in a way for my son and him, like he always want to be over here. And they be like, they don't complain, but it's just like they can't even pop over here to say hi or pick up something because he wants to stay. And even if I'm working, because I work from home, they be like, you can't stay, Yaya working. And I be like, oh my God, don't bring him over here if he can't stay. All right. But you said I did not grow up with my grandparents on my mom's side and my dad's side, but I just see grandparents as being different. I love being a grandma, but sometimes I need rest too. I'm getting old. Child, I am too, girl. I'm an old head. I'm an OG. I am definitely an OG. But when they get to the age where you no longer gotta do the Pampers and you no longer gotta do this and do that and give them a bottle every, and all that, burp them and all this and put them to sleep and wake up with them in the middle of the night. Da, 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 da. Child, it's a breeze. And when he come over here, he know where his snacks are. I keep everything stocked with his juices all the time. Sometimes I don't never know when he gonna be here. I make sure he got chocolate milk, he got white milk, he got juicy juices, he got orange juice, he got snacks, cookies, crackers, all the things, okay? All the things. Sure, he know where everything is here. I want some juice, y'all. Can I get some juice? Go to the fridge and get your juice. He know which refrigerator the juice in, because I got one refrigerator that's just for like my cakes and shit like that, which y'all probably saw the one refrigerator on the video yesterday. Well, I showed y'all before. Y'all done seen my whole kitchen. Some of y'all who've been following me forever, y'all seen my whole kitchen from when I was doing the walkthrough to when I was getting the property appraised to when they was doing the when they was coming out to inspect all that stuff. So y'all know I got two refrigerators. I got one for the family and one for my cakes and desserts. But that's the one where his juice and his milk and his juice and his milk and stuff be at, and his yogurts and puddings and stuff like that. So he know which refrigerator to go to get his stuff. And plus it's easier with that refrigerator because it's an old school refrigerator instead of him going up to the big, the big refrigerator, the double doors, and pulling the doors open and reaching up high. So the white refrigerator is a lot easier for him to get in. But that's my old school. I've been having that fridge forever. I've been making cakes for damn near 15 years. That's how long I had that fridge. And I bought that fridge years ago as my extra fridge for my cakes because I was running out of room with the main fridge. This was pre-Rona, y'all, long time ago. And when the cake industry business was really, really, really big, and I had to have extra space for my cakes, especially around the holidays when I'm doing like 10 to 15 cakes for the holidays, and I got to have somewhere to store them. But yeah, that's the fridge that I put his stuff in too. But yeah. So, and I understand that about grandparents. If you didn't grow up with your grandparents, it's kind of hard to even understand. You know what I'm saying? But I grew up with a grandparent, but she was really strict. And I mean, she was really strict, like really strict. We didn't have a lot of fun over there. The grown-ups had most of the fun. The kids, we didn't have, we would make fun. We would go outside and we would play, but she was so strict, like really strict. So that's one thing I'll never forget about my grandma. I don't remember a lot of fun moments with my grandma. You know what I'm saying? She was just all strict, all straight up and down. I'm like, ugh. And I didn't really like going over there, to be honest. My mother knew that too. I really didn't like going on. As soon as we walk in the house, go in the basement. Go outside. Y'all need to be around grown folks. I'm like, oh, I could have just stayed at home. But I love my grandma nevertheless. May she forever rest in peace. But what up, Room Shaker? How you doing, love? You said I try to do more. Yes, please do. Please do. Please try to. It's so nice when we have so many options. It's nice when we have so many options in the sector. I mean, I like to watch a lot of people. And, especially if you're doing commentary, it helps to watch a lot of people so you can get both sides to a story or, hear somebody's feedback if somebody says something or did something. So I do watch a lot of people. We can't always watch everybody, but I definitely try to watch those that support my channel. Room Shaker, I support her. Of course, just Andrea. Candy, I support her. A lot of people that I support, that support me real heavy, I support them too. And I share their videos and post them on my community wall. Now, every now and then I do go through my community wall and I clean house. Because shoot, I don't know. When I go through my community wall and I just see 3, 4, 5, 6 months of old ass videos that was shared a long time ago, I'll be like, let me delete some of this shit. And I'll delete all the way up to maybe the past few months. And I'll leave those up. Then I'll wait maybe 3, 4 months and I'll clean house again. So yeah, I'll be cleaning all the old stuff that I be posting because it just be a whole bunch. What up, Jay Dunn? What up, Jay? How you doing, love? I'll be checking out Jay Dunn too. Jay Dunn always has some great commentary. I was so glad when Jay Dunn started coming back more often doing commentary because I miss seeing Jay Dunn do commentary. So yeah, I was somebody I support too. But yeah, it's cool to have options. It's cool to have options because we know a lot of times when we do commentary, most of us is discussing the same shit. We're just usually putting a little spin on it, putting our personal little spin on it. You know what I'm saying? So, putting our little sauce on it, per se. But that's literally what people be doing over here, just doing commentary on other motherfuckers. And, it is what it is. But it's nice to hear another perspective and have many options to choose. And not everybody discusses B sector. So it's also nice to hear other type of commentary, which is what I try to do as well. Whether it's a TV show review, or movie review or celebrity news, or even when Riggs and I go live on our Sunday shows from the block to the hood table, we just try to bring something different to the sector, away from all the rah, 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 rah. But so it's okay to make some shit up. All right. But yeah, you said Just Lovely. Hey, Just Lovely. How you doing? I keep forgetting. Okay, Diamond Cluster is AKA Just Lovely. Y'all gotta remind me sometime, okay? But yeah, Jay Dunn, I was just talking about the call-ins from last night, and one of the callers said that the other lovely love, she had got her ass beat by her son. Is that true? And they said there was a mugshot out there and everything. I couldn't find it. Nobody in the chat, nobody in the chat knew anything. So I'm like, I don't know if that's true or not, or if that was recent, or if that's some old shit or whatever. But I was like, damn, that's really fucked up when your kids have that much nerve to jump on you, and you a woman, you a whole female, you the one who carried them and gave birth to them. They done sucked on your nips. I mean, you fed them, clothed them, raised. Child, no sir, no ma'am. No sir, no ma'am. I can't and I shan't. My son would still be laying there where the shit went down. They'd still be laying there. Child. Nope. That shit would never fly. Never fly. That's one thing. I'd be like, okay, I got something for you. Let me call my brother. Let me get your uncle. Let me get your daddy. Let me get boy child. Nope. Matter of fact, me and my son was playing around the other day. My younger son Cam, the one who had the birthday, and he said something. He said something. He said something because you know how I tell y'all before. I don't allow my kids, even if they grown ass age, to just be cussing on a rant around me. And he had said, "Damn something," and I was like, "I know you ain't cussing at me. I know you ain't cussing." And he wasn't, but we was, I was fucking with him. I was like, "I know you ain't cussing." He said, "Mom, damn ain't even a bad word." And he said, "I wasn't cussing at you." I said, "Don't you have me call your motherfucking daddy?" And he come to this motherfucking house. He's like, "Mom, please." I'm like, because you already know. Shoot, I don't care if you is 25. The niggas don't play that in our family. You ain't about to the boys hit their mama, disrespect their mama. Shit. They better have you wrapped up outside around some light pole somewhere. Like, whoop on this, nigga. Whoop on this. You said I did look up Lemons Court start this morning. His next game 316 for the so that is really, really like J Dunn, I'm trying to really understand that, J Dunn. And it is really disrespectful. Hey, Liz, how you doing, love? I didn't see you sneak in here. You said I didn't hear anything before, but I heard the call. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's I'm like, is it some old shit? Because I do remember somebody, I thought it was Dopey, though. I thought it was Dopey. Somebody who said they had fought their child or some bullshit. Hey, Dre, how you doing?
Fine. How are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you very well.
I'm doing good, and thank you so much for supporting. I really appreciate it. But
You're welcome.
I want to know. Do you have time this week? I wanted we would review America's Next Top Model on Netflix. It's only like 4 episodes.
Really? Okay, I never watched that show before, but
okay, I watched it back in the day, but the behind the scenes, oh my god, I couldn't sleep last night, so I watched all the episodes.
Really?
Yes,
I've never watched that show before, ever. Not even back in the day.
Okay, back in the day, I was younger. I was watching the America's Next Top Model. I thought I wanted to be one too. Okay,
I mean, I guess I can check it out. I don't know. I just never been into. I don't know. It was just one of those shows I never had the desire to watch.
You know what? I think the reason I watched it because it was Tyra Banks was
Tyra Banks. Yeah,
she was, but you know what? She's a bitch. I'm sorry. After I watched it last night, I was like, she's a bitch. And
so Tyra's still on there?
No, they did the behind the scenes of the show, and they had the girls come on. The girls come on and say how they was body shamed, how they had eating disorder. It was a bunch of how they was rude to the girls, how they was not eating right. It was a lot that we didn't know. Like when we watched the show, they didn't show that. And
so this is like a throwback show then of them just showing what happened.
Yes, it's like the behind the scenes of it, and then how she treated them, how the producers treated them.
Now that sounds interesting. I thought you meant like the models. Okay,
and this is the first time. This is the first time she ever talked. Okay, but it was a lot of Black girls. She was mistreated, and how she they had problems. They couldn't get in the industry. It was bad. It was bad.
Now that sounds interesting. I'll be down to watch that. And what it's on Netflix?
It came on last night, so I couldn't. I wanted to watch it, so I stayed up. I went to sleep early, so I stayed up and watched it.
It's only 4 episodes.
It's only 4 episodes, and they're only an hour. It took me not even 2 hours to watch it because I was like this. And so
I'll watch it.
We gotta talk about it because I just thought Tyra was a bitch, but I know she really a bitch.
Oh, I definitely watch it. I'll watch it. Just let me know what day you want to do it.
Okay, let me see. Wednesday is my off day.
Okay, that's cool.
Yes, Wednesday is my off day. But
now, it'll have to be. Is it okay if it's like after 6?
Oh yes, because honey, I gotta get some kids. I gotta get some kids home. Make sure they need a whole
good. Good. Yep. Just let me know when you share the stream or post it on your wall. Make sure you tag me too.
Okay, but it was very good. It's something else to talk about. I mean, I love to be sexy, but sometimes that shit is boring.
That's
So
what I was just saying earlier. It's okay to have options and to watch
yes,
people who
yes,
might be talking about different shit. Yeah, that's
yeah,
absolutely fine. Yeah.
yeah. So it was some. I mean, I thought it was very interesting, and I'm a Netflix junkie anyway. Okay, but
Oh
and
wow.
I was wondering, did you watch the movie on Lifetime about the online dating with Lita Rashad?
Lita Rashad.
It came on Saturday night on Lifetime.
No, who's
It,
Lita?
the girl from who I'm talking about, the girl who played in Waiting to Exhale. What was her name?
Lita Rashad. Hold on, let me look it up. And Miss Jackie said it's a lot of her models that spoke out about that. Oh, I definitely gotta watch. Yeah.
Yes, a lot of them. They was crying, had it eaten this, or it was crazy. It was
I can
crazy.
definitely believe the eating disorder. Shoot, she probably had one herself. That girl was like bone thin.
Right, she was, but oh, and then the famous Mr. J that he I couldn't believe I was so sad, but he had a stroke and he can't even walk, and he had the best walk. He taught all the girls how to walk, and do you know Tyra did not go visit him?
See, I don't even know him. I really don't know a lot about that industry. I really don't.
Only reason I know Miss J because America's Top Model. I would never know who he was if I didn't watch the show, and that's
Oh, they
all.
said Robin. Oh, Leela Rashawn.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
her. I know her. Yeah.
Okay, she played in a movie on Lifetime about an online dating. It was
Let me
really
see.
good. I posted on my community wall. That movie was good on Saturday night, and it was a true story.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah,
I like her.
me too.
I was just watching Waiting to Exhale like a few days ago. And
I
I
love
was like,
I love Wait to
that's
Exhale.
That's one of my favorite
That's one of
movies.
my favorite movies too. Wait to Exhale, A Time to Kill. I love
Yes,
the
when she was
movies.
laying under that big man and she was just looking like, I'm like, I didn't have one of those moments, child. But anyway.
But
Yes,
I,
those are classics.
yes, but I appreciate what you said because I didn't. The thing is, I did not grow up with my grandparents. Okay, so I didn't meet my grandma until I was 20. I went home to North Carolina when I was 22 with two kids, and I got to spend 7 days with my grandma. So I didn't grow up with my grandparents. So being a grandma to me, I wasn't really happy that my daughter was pregnant. I ain't gonna lie, I gave her hell her whole 9 months. But when she brought that baby home, it just melted, and I just loved him. But I love him to say is, I love you. You can't come to grandma's house every weekend. And all he wants to do is watch my TV. The first thing he comes in his house, can I get a fruit snack and can I watch the TV? That's all he wants to do. And so, but I tell my daughter, she act like she be saying, "Well, mom, I'm a single mom and I need help." And I said, "Oh, you think I'm gonna be babysitting every weekend? I'm still raising 2 more kids. They are straight A students, and plus I need my rest. I'm older now too." So sometimes I feel like the disconnect with me and my daughter is she doesn't feel like I'm getting older. Like I still got so much energy at 28 and 27, and she's 28. So that's the disconnect that me and her has right now because I don't mind taking him when I'm off or I don't go to work one day. I go by and pick him up from daycare. I go pick him up on my Wednesday when I have Wednesday off. I go pick him up from daycare. I'm a active grandparent. I'm there when we take pictures. His first haircut I paid for. So it's not like and I told her this. I said the gift that I'm giving you is that I am active. I didn't have that. And so sometimes I think sometimes she wants to take advantage of it. And
Oh,
that's
I understand that. I definitely understand.
and that's where me and her have a disconnect because I will block her for the weekend like I did this weekend. I blocked her. I have a 3-day weekend. I blocked her because I don't want to hear, Grandma, can I come over? No. So I block. I block and I want peace.
I know. I definitely understand because some kids they do try to take advantage because they know how much we love the
Right.
grandbaby.
Right. And then
No.
she have a stipulation. My grandson's birthday is the 13th of August. Her stipulation is I never go on vacation on his birthday. I said, child, I'm gonna go on vacation. I buy his birthday gift at least 3 months ahead of time anyway. But you ain't gonna tell me when I can go on vacation with my friends and stuff. The grandbaby, she had to. Oh, mom, you have to be at the birthday party. Oh, mom, you just. I'm like, when I'm at the birthday party, I feel exhausted when I finish with his birthday party.
Oh, we already planning my grandbaby's. His birthday is in May. He was born like a week after my mother's birthday. I was hoping that he would be born on her birthday, but he came later. But we're already planning, and since I make t-shirts this year, we're all gonna have like on matching t-shirts and shit like that. It's gonna be like Aces. Like I already have a shirt that says Aces Yaya. It's gonna be like Ace's dada, Ace's mama, Ace's yaya, Ace's uncle, Ace's cousin, such and such. I'm gonna make all the shirts and all that kind of shit.
Yeah,
for his birthday, but
I'm like, okay, we in almost the end of February. His birthday is till August. We already planned his birthday already. We're taking him to Disneyland. I'm like, girl, I got 2 more birthdays before my grandson. My daughter's birthday.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I be trying and that's the thing. I be telling my kids, I wish I didn't have to work so much because I would literally have him all the time. They be calling me talking about, can he come home? I'm like, y'all lucky I don't have more time in my house because he would never see y'all. And they were like, well, that's all right with us. I'm like, yeah, right. Y'all would have been
right. Like he be like, grandma, can I come over every day? He calls me, I'm at work. Grandma, can I come over after work?
Same here. That's
I'm like, I was like, baby, I love you, but tell your mama no, you can't come over. It's like, oh my God. And this is the thing. I asked my daughter this because her dad is remarried. But I was like, why he ain't going on down there to the grandpa house? She gonna say, well, mom, he's married. This is her excuse. Mama, he's married. Mommy, he ain't got time. Why is it that my grandma got time, but grandpa ain't got time? And I tell her this all the time. I said sometimes I would like the share in the responsibility of a grandparent then feels like it's all on me. That's why
I don't want to share. I don't want to share. If he didn't have any other grandparents, I'd be perfectly fine. But he has another grandma, and she's awesome. She is so awesome. He be with her like on the days he's not with me, he'd be with her. But it used to be where I would get him on certain days and she would get him. But now, because her schedule has changed, I seem to be able to get him a little more because, her schedule, because she had a job change, but she still gets him a lot. And the thing is, we're like literally 2 minutes from each other.
Okay.
Me and the other grandma, she's right up the hill from me.
Me and the other grandma, we did not get along. But we did have a come to Jesus moment and said, look, we're going to share the responsibility of being a grandparent. And I don't care what my daughter and what your son doing. I'm here for my grandson. And that's how me and her have kept it. I sent her pictures. She sent me pictures. So I'm cool with that.
Wow. I'm glad y'all cool. I can imagine beefing with my sons. I don't think we ever, as far as I know, I don't think she's ever had a problem with me. I know one time, because I'm a personal custom cake decorator, right? So obviously I'm going to make my grandsons, birthday cakes and party favorite treats and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
So I was doing that for a while. And then one year she asked her daughter, I can't make a cake, but can I please buy the cake for this birthday? And I felt kind of bad. Like she didn't ask me, but when I had hit my son up and I said, what theme y'all going with this year? So I knew the desserts. And she was like, well, my mom, she wants to, but I was like, you know what? I should have been a thought about that. Like, just because I'm a cake decorator, I shouldn't have assumed that I should do it every birthday. Because even though the other grandma don't make cake, she can still go to the store and buy a cake. And it never even the thought never even crossed my mind that she would want to, So I was like, oh my God. And we never talked about it or anything. Me and the other grandma, I just was like, okay, how about maybe next year I'll let her do it too, again. Or maybe I can do like other treats. Like chocolate covered Rice Krispie treats. You know, the other things I do, chocolate covered treats and things. I said maybe I'll do that, like the smaller treats. And
Well,
let
you
her
she and my grandson is starting pre-K, and she sent me a message. She said, Andrea, whatever he needs for school, I will buy. Send me a list, and that's how me and her communicate. Because her and my daughter don't get along. Okay, I just keep it real. And my daughter's a hot head, and so I don't been through the co-parenting, so I know that shit and the bad choices that I made as co-parenting a couple times because I was a hothead too. I'm older now and I could see, and I told my daughter, I'm not arguing with his mama. Okay, I don't care what you and him do, but as long as my grandson is safe and his mama and we cool. So she sent me a list. I sent her a list of what he need. She will buy it. We good like that. And so I'm older now. The hothead in me, and I told my daughter, the hothead in me cause a lot of pain and suffering. So I don't want to put that on my grandson. So if I can minimize that, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stand the gap. I'm gonna stand the gap so he can have both of his grandparents. Because a tug of war with me and my ex-husband and his parents, it was a lot. And so I'm just different. And so I made that when she had that baby, I called his mom and said, look, I don't want to argue about what the kids are doing. All I'm here is for my grandson, and that's the best interest for him. And she brought Christmas gifts over here to my house because I told you her and my daughter don't get along. She brought his Christmas gift, his birthday gifts come to my house, and I'm good with that.
Yeah, sometimes you got to be the bigger person.
Yeah, when you know better, you do better. And I told my daughter, you gonna get older. She's 28, she's still young, but by the time you 35, you're gonna see things a little different. I'm 51 now. I see things totally different, and I see things I could have done better with communication with the dad, because I'm a hot temper, and when it comes to my kids, I don't play when it comes to my kids. I'm gonna hurt somebody when it comes to my kids. And it was time the kids played me too. It was time the kids come home on Monday. I would see my kids every other weekend when that happened. It was time they come on Monday and they would say, "Oh, this happened at Dad's house with his new wife." And the minute I heard the new wife, girl, when I put the kids in the school grounds, I was on the phone cussing the daddy out. So I'm just saying, and he used to say, Andre, who told you that? I'm like, the kids told me. He was like, the kids are playing you. So I'm just saying it was times that they would, do things that it wasn't okay. And so I'm just I try to keep the peace with my daughter and his mother, from the kids, from the baby. I'm like, he should be it's a lot of love to go around. He deserves all that love. And just because everybody don't get along, let's do for the best interest of this child.
Absolutely. And that's how it always should be. And that's what you call being mature. And like Liz said in the chat, maturity is a large factor. And she said you handle things differently. Yeah, the older we get, we handle things differently. Because I wasn't what you call, I wouldn't call it a hothead. I'm just one of those 0 to 200 in 2.5 seconds. I can be cool sitting here laughing and child.
Let me tell you something. I'm a hothead. I'm a hothead. My ex-husband lived 30 minutes away. I will drive to his job and get out there and act a damn fool. That's how hothead I am. So
when I consider hothead, a hothead to me, like I know some hotheads, some niggas out here, crazy niggas out here. They just flip off about any fucking thing. That's what I consider a hothead. Now, me, I'm level-headed. I could be here kicking it with you, having fun, and let somebody say just the wrong thing, and it's like all that went out the door. And I was 0 to 100 and 2.5. Like
it don't take it. I'm really mal. But when I'm Mama Bear, when it comes to my two kids, and I feel like somebody mistreating them or doing them wrong, and their daddy didn't marry a new black woman and married a different woman, and so I was like, okay, now I already told her I ain't playing when it comes.
Oh yeah, I would definitely go ham and eggs and bologna for my kids, but I'm just not like that all the time. Like but. Yeah, I'm normally like the coolest person you can meet until you just push that wrong button that opens that wrong door.
Right.
You know, what up, Candy Cane? How you doing, love? But yeah, I was I don't know if Jay Dunn is still here, but she had posted something about Lemon's next court date, and I still can't believe that this nigga did a hit and run. I just can't believe it.
What?
I just can't believe it. I can't believe that he did a hit and run. Like he actually hit somebody and took off.
And, okay. Okay. So he got a hit and run. So he not in jail?
Well, see, this been going on for a minute. He already went to court like before. And I don't know if you remember hearing that, but Shaquille supposedly had bought a plane ticket to go down there to go to his court date. Now somebody else did. Do you know the name of the lady who actually went to the court? Jay Dunn, and she gave like did some commentary on it or whatnot. He hit property at the okay, because I'm like, oh my god, he hit somebody. I'm like, I just can't believe he hit somebody. So Jay Dunn said he hit not the liquor store. Now ain't that ironic? That nigga be over there drunker than a skunk, and he done hit the liquor store.
I'm not surprised that he be driving drunk, because I have heard him be driving drunk.
When he went to like McDonald's one night or Popeyes and he was drunk, it was somewhere he drove to late at night and he was drunk as fuck. They was like, "Don't do it, don't drive, just order DoorDash."
Oh wow,
that nigga. So the liquor store where he buy the liquor, he done shut the whole store down. I guess he had to go to another liquor store. He hit the liquor store. Yeah, so Shaquem had said he was going to go down there and he was like collecting money and shit to do so. But then they said he never went down there. And then he tried to show like do some selfies and show some background trying to show he was down there.
I live in Sacramento. I know the courthouse.
Really?
Yes. I live in Sacramento.
Girl, don't let me live somewhere where y'all niggas go to court, because I'm gonna show
I know the courthouse, but the problem is I was going to work that day. I'm
my notepad. I'm gonna have my press badge, because whenever because I am a business, okay, a business naive. I have press badges and shit. And if you want, like, if you a news reporter or stuff like that, you can apply to get the press badges to court, cases and shit. I shall be up in there. I'll be having my homegirl who's a professional photographer. We be up there recording and everything. But yeah, we done that here locally.
That courtroom must be packed. I don't been there. It's a lot.
Girl, the last case I sat on, it's been a minute. The last case I sat on, but it's a couple of cases coming up here, and I think I'm gonna apply to be, to get access.
Oh, okay. Well, he must gonna have to pay a big fine, or they might, I'm surprised they ain't gave him a felony for that, because that's a hit and run. And hit and run is a felony.
Oh my gosh!
Automatically, you never supposed to leave the scene of the accident. That's what they say.
Yeah, well, I'm just thankful that it wasn't a person. I'm just thankful it wasn't a person.
Amen.
Because I did not know the whole story. Because, like I said, that boy be over there live too goddamn long. I don't see how y'all be watching them long as lives from beginning to the end. I be falling asleep. Like when I used to tune in a Lemon when he used to go late, like 10, 11. Or 9 or whatever. I swear I would wake up 2-3 times in the middle of the night and he still be live, and I try to sit there and watch him go to sleep.
I would go to bed listening to him, and I'll wake up in the bathroom. I was like, he is still on. I had to go to work the next morning, and I got to get some kids up and go to school too. I'm like,
thank you, Jay Dunn. I just got it too. Thank you. I'm looking at it now. Thank you so much. Liz said it was bound to happen. Man, when you drink it like that, like you gotta I don't know. I ain't even gonna hold you. I didn't have my moments where I probably shouldn't have. I know I shouldn't have. I didn't have moments where I came home and had to go outside and check my car, my garage, because I'm like, did I even park in the right driveway? Like I didn't have moments like that in my younger years, but as I got older, you get smarter when you get older because you have more things to lose than to gain. you know, you got kids and bills and house payments and shit. So you really think about that shit. I know my limit whenever I go anywhere, whether it's a bar or a party. I know my limit is 2 drinks. That's it.
You know what? I had my kids at 22 and 23. So I didn't I always the next day driver. I only drunk one because my friends they didn't have no kids and I did. So I was the one who gonna be driving home. So I only drunk one. I had one drink and I always designated driver because my friends didn't have any kids. And so that's the reason I didn't drink like that.
Girl, I remember when my this was before my kids got old enough to drive, but my youngest son's auntie, when her son got old enough to drive, child, shoot, we be like, oh, we going out to the club. If we too wasted, and kids when they first learn to drive, they love to drive.
Right.
So they be like, Mama, just call me. Just if you need a ride, just call me. They think it's so cool. You can ask them to go to 20 grocery stores to pick up one thing at each store, and they'll be happy to do it because they just get to drive. But yeah, he enjoyed that shit.
Yes.
So we didn't do it often, but every now and then we had to, hey.
Yeah.
You come pick us up here.
Yeah.
But no, I learned my lesson.
We went to was the Keisha Cole concert. I had my son drive us to the concert because we was gonna be drunk. I said, "Come back and pick us up."
Yeah, just take us to the bar, and we'll call you when we ready. Because I'm telling you, by the grace of God, a lot of people, some people won't acknowledge it, but by the grace of God, a lot of people are still here and not locked up or dead or done off somebody else because they didn't have the moments too.
Right.
But the thing about it is when God gives you so much grace,
yes,
you have to learn. You have to change your behavior. And that's in a lot of situations, whether it's here on YouTube or whether it's in your real life. And I know the grace that God has shown me over the years, the certain situation I found myself in. So I changed. And when I tell my sons the same shit, like when they was partying over here for my son's birthday on Saturday, I'm like, y'all know, this still y'all home. Y'all can crash out anywhere in this house. If y'all, too wasted to go home, they're like, nah, Mom, we good. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right. My baby's staying here, so I really don't, hey.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I was what, 20, 29? I was 29 years old. I was going to the club with my friends, okay? I was freshly out of divorce, and this little hole in the wall club, this dude got stabbed. I stopped then going to the clubs, going to the hole in the wall clubs. I stopped going to the clubs where I live at because
niggas
I was like,
shot and I'll be at the club the next night.
Yeah, I was like, I got 2 kids.
Did y'all clean that blood up off the floor?
I was like, I got 2 kids. So I stopped going to the clubs where I live at because I was like, I got 2 kids, not seeing somebody get stabbed that night.
The best clubs is the hood clubs. The best clubs is the hood clubs. They gonna play all the hood music, all the stepping music, all the twerking music. Girl, the drinks might be a little watery, but that's why you have your own. You have your own. You gotta sneak your own in too.
But that's when I was like, God saved me. I'm gonna make sure I got 2 kids. I gotta be a mother too. So I stopped going to the clubs.
Girl, I stopped. Okay, I stopped going to the clubs maybe, and see, I wasn't like a clubber. Mm-hmm. The main reason why I used to go out, of course, back in the day when I was younger with no kids, it was just to be hanging out. That's just what young people do. Yeah. But as I got older, I got onto my hip hop line dancing team. So a lot of times we would go out on the weekends to practice like our routines, get on the dance floor as soon as because we got like, when I tell you, I promise you, we probably got over 1,500 routines, probably more to like that many songs. Mm-hmm. So it don't matter which club we go to, they're gonna play one of the songs we got a routine to. And so we would always be up there stepping and dancing and working on our shit for our performances and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I went out a lot too. It was just to dance. It was mainly to dance. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was always the hood clubs that would play like most of the songs, all the songs out there that people be stepping to and shit. But
And then it was one thing about the hood clubs that I did not like. Okay, it irritated the fuck out of my nerves. Okay, it was like, okay, the club is gone, the club is shutting down, and it's gonna take 45 minutes to get out of the parking lot because it's parking lot pimping. Can I get your number?
You gotta leave early. You park far away. You see what we did was we would either leave a few minutes early, or if we really wanted to stay to the end, we always made sure we parked at a certain area and park where we could just drive right out and not get locked in. So it always mattered on how you parked and where you parked.
Yeah, it usually irritates. You see me in the club, and now we in the parking lot. You want to talk to me? I got time for this.
Parking lot pimping. Yep. That's where a lot of shit went down in the parking lots too. Shit, let me get my fast ass home before I get in trouble. You said your house was the prep. My house was not the prep club because I'm an on time motherfucker. Okay, I have to go to my homegirls or my sisters or cousin house because they take forever. I would be waiting forever for them hoes to come to my house if I was waiting on them. Then I would have to end up waiting another hour or two once they got here. So yeah.
I used to tell my y'all be ready when I pull up. Be ready.
Never ready. Never. And I used to hate that shit. But they like to, my girls like to make an entrance. We got to come in really, really late.
Right.
And I'm like, fuck that shit, man. I like to go out, but I also like to have a good seat.
Right.
So going out late, that's cool and all, but I like to have a nice, comfortable seat in a specific spot in the club so I can see the front door. Right. I can see the back door. My back ain't facing, no interest. I got to be seeing everything.
And I used to ask my girlfriend, why are we going to the club? We're only going to be there for an hour. That's ridiculous. Or 2 hours. Why I'm getting my money for it then?
Dressed up and shit, fly, doing your hair, your face and everything. And y'all want to go at like midnight, 1 o'clock. We don't live in New York. The shit closed here too.
Right.
Yeah, we don't live in them states where the club is like 24 hours or, till 5, 6 in the morning. The shit closed at 2.
Right. It closed at 2 in Sacramento.
Yeah, I might as well stay home.
Right. That's why I told one of my girlfriends. She was like, Drea, let's go out. I was like, we aren't going to be there for an hour. Why spend my money? Shoot.
There you go, Jay. That's what I'm talking about. Get you a good parking spot and I get me a nice, good seat.
Right.
As soon as I get up in that mud, there's our table, there's our booth.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
I ain't got time to be standing around, just standing, waiting on somebody to get up.
And my son said he took his girlfriend to this Valentine dance jazz club, and he was like, "Oh, mom, the jazz man, he played nice music. I'm gonna take you to next year." I said, "Oh, okay," but he was like, "It's nice, mom. It's very it was jazzy, and they played the saxophone and everything." He told me it's very nice. I said, "Okay."
Oh, that sounds like a good spot to go to if you just want to go somewhere and just wind down and hang around with maybe an older crowd, not no youngins, no hotheads,
right?
Shit like that. Mm-hmm. Speaking of big cities, though, J Dunn, I heard that Dragons and Shakim's supposed to be having a meet and greet in Miami. Is that true?
Oh, Jesus.
Dragons and Shakim having a meet and greet in Miami, and he can't even have a meet and greet in a house here where he lives.
Who is going to that? Ain't she still homeless?
How you homeless and you having a meet and greet in somewhere like Miami and you living in your car? You know what? You know what? Where y'all gonna meet him at? In his trunk? Where y'all gonna meet him at?
Right, I'm like, ain't she still homeless in Miami? So I'm confused.
Well, I heard Dragons got a place. She's housed now. I heard Dragons got a place. That's what I heard, that she got a place. But Shakim, they keep posting all these pictures of him and with a lot of clothes and blankets and shit in his car, and
that's a hot mess.
He's homeless.
That's a hot mess.
First of all, if you're homeless, can you even afford to go somewhere like Miami?
Right.
Because if you can afford to go to Miami, then you can afford to get an apartment.
Right.
With some heat. It's wintertime. With some heat.
Right.
And some lights. And some electricity. And maybe some Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
He said, hold up. Jay Dunn said, oh Lord. He said he's going to Miami and everything is on him if Dragons will meet. I ain't meeting no homeless motherfucker nowhere.
Either.
Motherfucker might try to move in with you.
Right.
Are you serious? You know what?
That's
I started having a space party at my house.
that's what my
I love a space party. Yeah, we do those all the time. We have space parties all the time.
My 50-year-old self says, "What the hell?"
That's all I can say is what the hell. Like seriously,
what the hell? Because my thing is something just ain't right with this.
I ain't going out of town nowhere. The last time we went to Florida, it was before Rona, and it was for my son Cam. It was for his, I want to say 15th or 16th birthday. He wanted to go to a Miami Heat game, and so we went to Fort Lauderdale. We stayed in Fort Lauderdale at the Marriott Suites, and like maybe 5 minutes from the ocean, and then we drove to Miami like 3 times because we stayed there for a whole week. So we drove there for a festival, we drove there for a carnival, then we drove there for the Heat game. But man, when I tell you, when we go out of town, we have racks. We have racks on racks on racks wherever we go. Ain't no way I'm going out of town and I'm living in a motherfucking car and I'm going. Who goes on vacation when they broke? Who goes on vacation when they homeless? See, that's thinking, that's backwards. That's
backwards thinking.
Very backwards. And who would meet somebody who's homeless? I don't want to meet a motherfucker who's homeless in my city down the block. I definitely ain't meeting somebody out of town.
Right, that's backwards. That's right there just baffles me, and I'm like, okay, no, I can't do that.
Ain't no, you know what? I won't go across the street if I'm broke. My mama taught me better when I was young. Don't you go nowhere broke. Nowhere. Don't go to the store. We didn't even window shop when I was coming up.
Nope. I stay away from the mall. If I'm broke, I ain't got no money. I don't go to the mall. No, because I want to buy something. No, thank you.
We wouldn't even window shop when I was growing up. We was broke anyway back then. But my mom was like, "Nuh-uh, you don't go nowhere broke. Nowhere. You don't want nobody thinking you need something from them, or you know, if you're gonna be broke, you're gonna be broke at home, and ain't nobody gonna know you broke
either. You don't want to feel like you somebody's charity case either.
Exactly.
They'll throw that shit back in your fucking face. No, thank you.
Exactly. Now, I done had moments before where somebody I know, I'm sure everybody probably had this happen, where you really want to go somewhere and you really want a particular person to go, and they might be like, I ain't got it right now, wait till payday. And I'm like, bitch, when you just come on, I got you. You give me next time. You know, when you got homies like that, you know, shit like that. But for a motherfucker I really don't know like that, no, because if he's broke now, who you think gonna be? That's like, remember when whole girl was broke on the cruise, and the other old girl had to pay for a lot of shit and give the other one money, and then didn't get the money back and all that. Y'all, no, because you might feel sorry for a motherfucker and be like, damn, well, I can't sit here and eat in front of them. I can't do this in front of them. I can't do that in front of them. That's why you don't go out of town with broke motherfuckers either, even if they're your family.
Yep. Well,
even if they're your family. I heard this story a little while ago. Somebody went out of town and a couple of people came, and it was a couple, an actual couple, a man and wife or whatever, and they didn't have no money. And every time the rest of the crew went out to eat and all that, they had no money. They be like, well, why would y'all go here to eat if y'all know we ain't got that? Y'all better take your asses to McDonald's. We'll pick y'all up on the way back.
Yeah. It's different now. You're older. You just do things different, and some things don't. And matter of fact is they don't have no kids. They should be working a couple jobs.
Man,
when I had 2 kids, I was working a couple jobs.
When I had 2 kids, I still got 2 kids, of course, but I still work a couple. I got 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. I got 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs.
Okay, I'm still doing a couple
and jobs. I'm by myself. Like,
you know,
shit, I don't feel ain't bringing in multiple streams of income, I don't feel right.
Right, and my daughter, we just found my daughter. She loves to draw, and she taking these summer classes. My son was like, "Mommy, you know how much the summer classes are for her to be drawing?" He was like, $300. I said, $300. I said, "Okay, I gotta work more hours."
That's how it was when my kids was this man. Okay, these Bigfoot ass niggas around here. My oldest son was in a 13 when he turned 13. Okay, I'll never forget that because the minute he turned 13, his shoe size turned 13. So I mean, ain't no shoes below like $100.
Right.
Every shoe was 150, 200. And
Yes.
the camps. I mean, going out of town. I mean, just going to your child's game all season, especially if they play year round. Just going to their games and paying like $10 to get in.
Oh no, $10 to get.
You know what I'm saying?
You still gotta pay for they're gonna be hungry at
they're gonna be hungry. You gonna be hungry, and don't let it be a tournament, and it costs $20 to get in, and that's per game.
And that's
per game.
I told myself,
if it's 5 games on a Saturday, and your kid in all them games, you paying for every single game to get in.
And we still had to volunteer hours too at the snack.
I volunteer shit. I would make cupcakes. That's what I volunteered. I ain't working at the motherfucking school now, but I'll make some cupcakes.
You still got to use because okay, so the football is $350. Okay, if you don't volunteer, you're supposed to get like $150 back. But if you don't volunteer, they take the whole $350. So sometimes I was like, "Fuck the money. I ain't volunteered."
Are you talking about the elite teams or the school teams?
No, the Pop Warner team.
Yeah, we call them the elite teams. Okay, yeah, I know what you mean. I know. Yeah, for those are different. But even with the elite teams, it wasn't no volunteering to get no money back. It was you pay and you don't get no money back. Whether they drop, whether they quit, and it was like $300 per kid every fucking quarter.
It was $350, and if you don't volunteer, you don't get your money back. And it was times I was working graveyard. I told my son, I am not volunteering. I don't want to actually see nobody. Okay, and it was so many Caucasian people, and they're so happy in the morning. I was like, I just got up at 7 o'clock shift. I don't want to see y'all. I'm irritated.
I work too much. I couldn't do no volunteering because when my boys was in school, I was always in college because I would take like a semester here, semester there, and then like the last round, I just went straight through, and I was still working 2 jobs. They were both in school, and they always went to a separate school because they 4 years apart, so they wasn't ever in the same school at the same time. And so I had all their different schedules, so they different schools, so they different sports. Man, it was so hectic. I still be like, I thank God today I even survived. Yeah, that was hard. I don't know how I did it. Yeah. Driving, I mean, literally to the point where I'm like dozing off at the wheel because we leave in a motherfucking city at 2 o'clock in the morning after a game, driving back to our city. I mean, it was a lot. Yes. It was a lot, but I sacrificed a lot to keep my kids, on track, mainly on track without being out in the streets, getting in trouble and shit. That's why they had no choice. You play sports all year round. I don't give a fuck what sports you play. You could swim, golf, badminton, putt, golf, football, basketball. I didn't give a fuck, but you had to play a sport or do some type of extracurricular activity. But they always chose the same thing.
The luckiest thing is my ex-husband, both of my kids play soccer. So my daughter plays soccer and my son. It was times that I couldn't go to my son's game because my daughter had a soccer game at the same time. So my ex-husband was able to go to my son's game, not be at her game. So it was a lot, but thank God.
Yeah, I remember those times too. Thankfully though, thankfully I only miss maybe not even I think a handful of one of them because I had to be at the other one. But if that did happen, I would just say, well, I was at yours last time. Y'all was on the same day. So I'm going to go to this one's. And then, but thankfully, most of the time it wasn't on the exact same day. They practices and shit might have been, every day. But thank God for that. And then cheer competitions. Ooh. I ain't messing with them. I didn't have the girls for the cheer, but I know that shit is pricey.
Yeah, one year my daughter cheerlead and my son played for the other team. So his dad would be at my son's game. I'll be at my daughter's cheerleading, and we made cupcakes. It was a lot. I was like, I don't know how I made through that to her and her brother, but we made it through. It was a lot, but you does have to sacrifice to keep them out the street. And the one thing I would say is to keep them out the street. We kept them in sports activities, even though it was a lot. My ex-husband had to drive from Lodi to Sacramento every day because he was one of the coaches too. But it was a lot. It was a lot to keep them away from the streets too. But that's the only way. That's the only way out the streets, because if you have idle time, they're gonna get their
Devil's Playground.
Yeah.
Devil's Playground.
So,
and I'm telling you, I even had a cousin once ask me, why do the boys gotta play sports all year round? And I told him, I said, I think you should have played sports all the trouble and shit y'all used to be in when we was coming up. Shit, my boy cousins, they was always in some shit. And they was like, well, you got a point there. I'm like, yeah, I do got a point. Shit, he ain't out there slanging and gang banging and all that bullshit like we was growing up. Like, no, fuck that. It was my first time being a parent, my only time being a single parent. I just did what I thought was best.
Me too. And I don't regret it, because my son is 26 years old, no criminal record, no baby mama, and he's had to take over his daddy business, and he trains his little brother too every week. So I would say I done a damn thing. That's the one thing I didn't want him to be, have a baby mama and have no criminal record. So I think he'll be 27 in March. So I think I did the damn thing. And my daughter too. She has a son, but she's a good mom and no criminal record. And she's 28 and she's going back to school too. So it's a lot. And that's why I keep my little ones. She wants to be. She's a great drawing, but I was like $300. But okay, that's what's gonna cost for her to her talent is to be progressive. That's fine. I'm gonna do what's best for her, but try to keep them that keep them interested, because I don't want them losing to the streets. And that's, you got to keep
right. Or sitting at home and watching TV all day and scratching their balls, playing video games like they ain't got shit else to do.
Video games.
Right? No. But I want to show a throwback picture of me and my bestie at the clubs. Hold on. Let me see. Let me move the comment. We used to take pictures all the time at the clubs. But that's me and my bestie.
Okay.
Of course, that's me on the right with the blonde.
I know that's you on the right.
That's me. Still basically look the same.
I love the hair color. Okay.
Yes, I love that hair. I used to wear honey blonde a lot especially when I was in high school. I used to dye my hair all the time. It was always honey blonde. And I used to love that color. Back in the 90s, a lot of the black girls had the blonde streak, the honey blonde.
I used to love Mary J. Blige with her blonde. I'm like, that's the shit I be talking about.
And that's my bestie with her Chinese eyes. People always thought that she was Blackanese everywhere we went. Like, that girl is not Chinese. She's as black as you. But that's my bestie. She lives in Florida now. Yeah, that's just one of our club pics. As you can see, the darts is in behind us.
I see.
Yeah.
Are you good at darts?
A lot. And we were dancing that night. We were dancing our butt off that night.
Are you good with the darts?
Hell no. We was just posing in front of the dartboard, child. I suck at darts, but I'm one of those people who suck at darts and love to play darts, just like I suck at bowling and love to bowl.
Okay.
I just do it for the fun. I be having fun, and I be losing all the time.
Well, to go making breakfast for me this morning, so they talking about it's ready, Mom. Okay.
Oh, speaking of breakfast, I need to make me some breakfast. I've been having my eggs sitting out the whole time we've been live.
Yeah. It's pouring down rain out here. It's like, so we was like, it's pouring down rain. It started raining last night, so it's raining crazy.
Oh, it's
So,
so nice here. We got the last few days have been damn near 70 degrees. And for the Midwest, child, matter of fact, I'm looking at the weather now. It's 62 right now, and it's going to be 68 by the end of, for the high. Tomorrow, y'all, it's going to be 76.
I can't wait to March when the weather get better. The weather will get better in March. I cannot wait because I'm so sick of this rain and stuff.
Girl, I might have to barbecue. My cousin hit me up the other day. She said, "Cuz, I'm surprised you that wasn't grilling." It's gonna be 76 tomorrow. I think I'm going to season up some meat tonight and let that shit marinate. And when I get off of work tomorrow, I think I'm gonna turn that grill on.
Okay.
And I got charcoal from last season because I keep charcoal. Okay, so I got bags of charcoal already. I think we might have a cookout tomorrow. 76 in February.
Okay.
And this time.
I hate cold weather. People say, Andrea, you live in California. It's still cold out here. I don't understand why y'all don't know that. It's still cold to me.
I need to come out there so we can go to court. No, I'm just playing. We'll get some footage. Some exclusive.
Well, thank you for letting me up on your panel. I appreciate it. And I will come live. But I'm gonna set a live up for us, okay? And
okay. And it's on Netflix and it's called Behind the Scenes.
Behind the Scenes, but you would see it. It's on Netflix right now with Tyra Banks.
Okay. All right, hon.
Okay.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks for hitting the panel, boo.
Drop me off, please.
Okay, I will. I got you. All right. You said dang 60. That's still good. 60. I don't know what to expect this summer, y'all. If it's 76 right here in the Midwest, shit, that's some good weather. So I'm thinking about I'm gonna have to call my relatives up, my relos. That's what we call our family up here, our relos, and see what they see if anybody wants to kick it tomorrow. Shit, 76. Get out on that patio. I should have had my son bring out my patio furniture when they was here over the weekend because it has been really nice. But then I know how it can be here in the Midwest. It can be 76, and in 3 days it can be negative 26. So yeah, I might just have them take. I don't know. I gotta decide if I want to really grill tomorrow. Because if so, I'm gonna need my patio shit out on the patio. We shall see. But anyway, you guys, thanks for joining me today. Again, I knew a lot of people was already live. I will just have to play catch up and catch up with everybody else who was already live. But other than that, make sure you like and share the video, please. And thank you. Please subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new here. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the engagement in the chat, you guys. I see Jay Dunn has said, hold up here. I think he only wants to meet dragons to make Lemon jealous. And so he can say that he met. Dang, but will Lemon really be jealous? Because him and dragons is kind of like still beefing, right? Man, if he jealous after what she did to his channel, man, Wow. Child, Ulterior motives, always ulterior motives, yep. A lot of the shit that happens on here, it has an ulterior or an underlying motive to it. But yeah, y'all have a good day too. Thank you guys for joining me this afternoon. Little brunch live, okay? It's morning still somewhere. But all right, you guys, make sure you like and share the video. Feel free to donate to the goals. Hit the super chat, Cash App, $, the Hood Table 402 if you want to donate to the platform for enjoying the commentary. Other than that, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.